And welcome to the Pacific Indoor Bowls Club here in beautiful Vancouver, BC. I'm coming here live. I'm Bill Curry, along with my colleague Rob Barrage from PIBC.
Good afternoon.
And Stanley Park Lawn Bowling Club.
True enough, and what a beautiful day. We started off very cloudy, and the sun's come out for we're now moving into round 3 of the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, and we'll be highlighting a game between Earl Luck and Jerome Kirby.
And we have lots to look forward to there this afternoon. Earlier today, the Pacific Coast Open had opening ceremonies coming into what is a big money tournament. What is a big money tournament? $15,000 grand prize. Or $15,000 in prizes, I should say.
Yes.
And so this is quite a unique event on the Canadian lawn bowling scene.
Oh, indeed. I mean, this is sort of a one-of-a-kind we haven't seen, certainly in the last decade that I've been bowling. And so, yes, in the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, the top prize is $1,500 in the PCO mixed pairs, which starts tomorrow. That will be a $3,000 top prize.
So lots to play for over the next few days, and having a look at some of the things that happened earlier this morning. The PIBC has a long-established history, being around since 1938.
86 years. 86 years.
Everyone was up bright and early for this morning's early games at 8:30. There's my colleague Rob Barrage.
Who's that good-looking guy?
Talking to the bowlers who came in from far away, along with a visit from the Deputy Mayor of Vancouver, Lisa Dominato. And our own Jim DeHolke took a moment to show Lisa how to throw a lawn bowl,
and
it
we had
worked
the
out
opening
pretty
bowl.
well.
The opening bowl of the tournament.
Yeah, and it was quite a nice event. We also enjoyed a rousing national anthem from Pat Chessel, who is a well-known folk artist. I'm just going to play a bit of that for you right here.
Hello, folks. My name is Pat Chessel.
We brought his son
Liam
Liam into.
I'd like to welcome you to the Pacific Coast Open. Please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And we are underway here at the Pacific Coast Open, already into the first end of the first set. We have Earl Luck up against
Jerome Kirby,
my apologies. Jerome Kirby is rolling the dark red aerodynamics today, and
Earl Luck is using the Tiger Pro.
oh,
Hello， 大家好，我係加拿大。
We'll talk to Linda later.
yeah.
So we're just underway.
Yep.
And both Earl and Jerome, national champions in their own right. Jerome has won the outdoor championship back in 2017. He also won the indoor championship here back in 2022. Earl went to Ontario and won in 2018. So both really, really good bowlers. As you can see, Jerome there just throwing a really nice draw. Looks like Earl's still holding the shot there.
Yeah. And one last bowl for Earl Luck.
it comes.
come in.
Oh, it's looking nice. Oh, almost a two. Oh, looks like
Almost.
two. We'll see.
Could be two. And you'll just have a look. One for sure,
looks
and
like
it
a
looks
one.
like one. So Earl Luck takes the first set,
Or
or for the
First
first
end.
end here in the first set. They'll be playing 2 sets of 7 ends.
So with that scenario, it's one of those games where you can't give up a big end because there's not a lot of time to make a comeback. So it's important that you keep it tight. Don't give too much away. But that was a bit of a warm-up end. You could see from that last positioning of the bowls, people just sort of getting the feel of it in this opening end.
Okay, and as we can see on rink 4, we're going quite long here to start off the second end.
Yeah, looking like we're on the tee there. Serge Panu, the marker of this match. Serge, a former president of PIBC for many years.
Yep, many longtime members and very skilled bowlers here at this premier indoor bowling facility.
I might mention that Jerome is from Winnipeg. We have representations from Saskatchewan and Alberta and BC, and also we have a bowler from Washington State out of Seattle, Alexis Vandenbos, who used to be a past member here. So covering a lot. Oh, here we go. Jerome coming in with his first shot, position in the back.
These are very fast greens, so it can be quite a challenge. And look at him just balance that bowl right on the edge of the ditch at the back end.
Well, that's a nice setup for the rest of the end, because if he can move that jack deep, then he's looking pretty there.
Okay. Here comes Earl Luck's second bowl. Once again, going to find its way behind the jack.
Yeah, nice spot. It's a good line for Jerome.
Yeah, looks like he's right close to the jack there.
Ooh, was that a
Very
touch?
close.
Couldn't quite tell if that was a touch or not, but
It's
Serge
clear,
is not marking it, so it was very close.
it's clear that Jerome Kirby is holding right now. So Earl Luck from Richmond, BC, also longtime member here at
Exactly, yeah.
PIBC, as well as the Richmond Bowling Club. Many of these players, of course, bowl outdoors during the summertime here in Canada. Jerome Kirby's
There we
third
stop.
bowl looks headed towards the back
And in the ditch.
into
Out
the
of
ditch.
play.
It is a big adjustment. It's early into the indoor season for many of these players, and making that adjustment coming into the indoor season where the greens are just so fast here.
Oh yeah, I mean, since they've stretched it and cleaned up the carpet, it is running probably anywhere from 15 to 17 seconds. Whereas if you're playing outdoors, oh, we have a touch
Look
here.
at that.
Lovely
Earl
ball.
Luck's final bowl. Right on the jack, and that puts the pressure on here.
Oh, Jerome's going to visit the head, take a
Yeah.
look, take a closer look. And that's the thing, getting back to your point of outdoor bowls, PIBC being a unique facility, it's really the only one in North America of this quality and of international standards. So you get all the members of outdoor clubs coming here for the winter months, the people who don't travel. So you'll have members from, I know we have members from Burnaby South, Richmond, New Westminster, Stanley Park, West Point Grey, pretty much all of the Vancouver, and we have Coquitlam, and a few other, of course, some Maple Ridge bowlers actually come in on occasion. So it is well used. It's a very popular venue here through the winter months.
And we'll zoom in quickly on the head to get Jerome Kirby's final bowl.
Just a little heavy.
Looks like Earl Luck has
Must be downhill from this way, I think.
And Earl Luck appears to have taken a second end.
Earl coming down.
We'll have a look just to confirm, but fairly clear there.
Yep. So after 2 ends, Earl Luck up 2-0.
And they're wasting absolutely no time. They only have an hour and a half to get these 2 sets in. So no opportunity to sort of take your time and think about your shots.
Well, Earl's never been a slow bowler. He's been very aggressive. Well, it looks like he's put his jack into the ditch, so Jerome will have an opportunity here to set the jack at a distance he wishes, and he's moved the mat up. So this is a great tactic. Moving the mat up,
Yeah,
shortening the line.
certainly shortens the rink here. And
Yeah, very close to the tee.
Yeah, very close. Right, almost right on the 2-meter mark.
Yeah, but he's probably taken about 3-4 meters off of what Earl was wanting. So this is probably more like a 28 meter jack, whereas Earl was going for close to 30, 33. Oh, nice opening.
Earl just a yard beyond the jack, measuring that distance very early on here in the 3rd end.
Just like to take this moment on this beautiful afternoon to acknowledge that this tournament is being held on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coast Salish people, including those territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And we thank MST for their stewardship since time immemorial.
And a beautiful land it is. As Luck delivers just in front of the jack, so building up a pretty good perimeter there.
And for those of you who haven't been to PIBC in a few years, you might notice that things are looking quite a bit different. The board and volunteers have been very busy cleaning up the facility. Everything's been painted, cleaned up. All the some of the old trophies and things that were gathering dust have been put away. And a much cleaner look, as you can see from the shot here. Nice clean walls where we had all sorts of memorabilia up there before. And a lot of hard work by board directors Vince Mai and David Lewis, who led the number of the volunteer teams to get this all ready for this great tournament. And there's more changes probably coming next year as well to improve the facility and
Yeah, they've done an absolutely fantastic job here.
oh, look at Jerome.
Start to see Jerome
That's-
Kirby
Ooh, Kirby.
looks to have a very nice bowl there.
Well, he cut it down. He was down by 3 there.
Yeah.
And, making it look a lot tighter now. All right, both players are going to visit the head, take a look, see what they got here with their last bowls.
Yeah. When you have only when you have very short matches here, only very short sets, only 7 ends, you can't give up big ends in these sort of situations.
Very true, very true.
Makes it very difficult to come back from. So they're both having a pretty good look at this right here.
Yeah, I think he's just going to have to do just outdraw because Jerome is in a good position there behind. So I would think the draw is on the backhand and just do a dead draw. Unless, of course, he's thinking of knocking up one of his bowls on the forehand.
Also a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in hard on this one.
Oh, he's going
Lots
to
of
take
power.
going for the red. Oh, well, good effort.
That opens up an opportunity here for Jerome Kirby.
Yeah, just a straight draw.
Yeah.
It's a freebie here. If you can get to tie the game up with potentially with this bowl. I guess Earl's attempt there was to have one of his striking bowls to stick or stay in the vicinity, but unfortunately cleared both. All right, here it comes.
We'll see if Jerome Kirby can
The line's good. Looking
level
really
up
nice.
this match, and that is looking very nice.
Yeah.
And is it enough?
I think so.
It appears it may be, but we'll wait and see what
Earl's
the players have
Earl's
to say.
applauding him, so
Yeah.
I think it's probably two. I think I saw the signal.
Yeah, that appears to be two. So important end there for Jerome Kirby as he levels up this first set here at the Pacific Coast Open.
Okay, 2-2 after 3 ends.
And once again, wasting no time with the jack.
Where are we going here?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go short. He's changing it.
Oh, shoot.
And we're back.
Yeah, my apologies. You know, it's new technology to all of us here at PIBC, and every once in a while we're just going to have a little technical glitch here and there, but we'll try and limit those as we progress through the tournament.
Okay, this is looking like a pretty short jack from what Jerome's thrown. I was looking maybe 24, 25 meters.
Yeah, and in fact, it's so short. It's quite difficult to even for us to even
We got the overhead
frame up
there.
here. So
Yeah.
even on the overhead, it is quite a short jack. Just to give you some perspective as to how far away that is from the ditch.
And waiting on Earl's bowl. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes. A little short. Okay. But straight up, not blocking any lines there. Right, Earl's trying to get in on his head here. Last bowl was a touch short. Trying to get there to challenge Jerome's last 2 bowls. A little bit better. Still needs probably another 1.5 feet to get there. And just going back to all the all the work that was done here at PIBC over the summer. There was over 200 volunteer hours put in by the board and there are people helping out. So that is an amazing part of what this club is all about. If we look back to the original PIBC, which used to be on 17th and Main, the members there, over 20 years, raised money to build this facility that we're enjoying right now. So it's nice to see that support from members in present day in helping bring this club back to its shiny new look.
And it's absolutely gorgeous renovation that was done here over the summer, as you mentioned there, Rob.
A close one from Earl there, but sadly went through the house. And still 2 to Jerome in this. Earl's not going to wait to see what's happening next. He's going to go right down there and take a look. Jerome following. Oh, Jerome coming in tight here. Oh, there's a nice toucher. Good position. Holding 3 right now.
Chance for a big end here.
Yeah, Earl's got to find a way in. But I mean, there is an opportunity there if he can just clip that jack to near the ditch where he's got a bull waiting. He might be able to steal this. But right now, Jerome's looking well ensconced. All right, I think he's made his decision. All right. Oh, he's thinking. He's ready. Important bowl here. Very important bowl. Earl's been here before, though. Clutch bowler.
Especially these players who have played so much at the national level here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Jerome's giving a good look, too. Here it comes. Does it have? Whoa.
Coming in.
Oh, just off.
Wide, and it's still 3.
Oh, boy. Hard luck.
Yeah, that's a rough break. You don't...
It was the right weight, though. It was just the right weight. If it just a little more inside, I'm going to just knock that jack over to the side. But, yeah, that's going to be a big difference here. We can see George Cubis, head umpire, in the background there by the scoreboard.
As we head off to the next end. And Jerome Kirby pulls ahead.
5-2.
5-2. So 4 ends here in the books in the first set. Of course, not all is lost if you do drop the first set. Doesn't matter if you lose it. Like, differential's important, of course, but it doesn't really matter if you lose it 5-2 or 10-2.
Yeah.
In the end, you still have 7 ends to come back and redeem yourself.
And you see that a lot. You see that a lot in this format. Is often if you've struggled in the first set, you know, you just want to finish strong in the last couple of ends, even if it's not reachable, because you want to come into that second set firing on all cylinders and take it away and go to the tiebreak, because it's a good format. I've played it quite often, and yeah, you just don't count yourself out. It's not over till it's over, as they say.
Yeah, and so much of it is just finding your form at the right moment in these sets. You know, lots of players who start off strong sometimes lose it moving forward, while other players who give up big ends early on eventually find their way, find their legs throughout the match.
Oh, Jerome.
There's a toucher, and now we're in the ditch.
Okay, it was a beautiful drop by Earl on his first one there, putting the pressure on, and Jerome says, just answered back with a toucher in the ditch. So we're going to be playing with a sort of a ditch weight here now for the next one. But though it is quite, Jerome's shot is quite far from the jack in the ditch, as you can see. So it is an opportunity for Earl to just draw to the ditch on line and easily to hold a shot there.
And these scenarios are difficult, but they are really some of the most exciting and fun parts of lawn bowling, being able to play the ditch. So there you see in our digital zoom there that the white marker right over here is where the jack is currently located, and the red marker here is where there is a live bowl.
He had the line. Earl had the line, just a little heavy. And that's tough too when you've been playing a short jack and then trying to go ditch weight is. But I'm pretty sure we'll see something in the next couple of bowls tightening this up. Looks like Jerome's on track. Oh wow, this is right on line.
And that is very close to the jack. Maybe
maybe a foot out.
Yeah, about a foot out.
All right, putting the pressure on Earl again. Earl with 2 balls left.
And it'll be interesting to see if that bowl in the ditch is closer to the jack than the one close to the 2 meter
good
mark.
point. Good point. Oh, this is hold.
Yeah,
well, that answered that question.
That is a nice bowl by Erluck.
Looks like the gents are going to pay a visit again to the head. Here they come. Now, I have to give credit to Jerome, who, as I said, plays out of Winnipeg, and he's only been here a day or so, and he's getting the lines and he's getting the weight, and Earl, of course, a member here at PIBC. It's not always home field advantage. I've seen certainly this in the national indoors previously, that you see a lot of players coming from out of town, out of province. And that's just the beauty of this game, is making all those adjustments, being able to pivot, make changes when you need to.
Yep. Players like Jerome have only had 2 days here to practice and find their legs here. And so far it seems to be working out all right. Although Jerome Kirby's final bowl is heavy and goes into the ditch.
Now Jerome did play earlier today and did lose, I believe, to, I'd have to check my sheet here. Where did he play? Anyway, so he does have a loss, so obviously he's going to try and get in here and get a win under his belt on day 1, keep himself in contention. Earl assessing the length of the mat from his end, trying to get that weight right.
And Erluck's final bowl.
Looks like it's inside the red.
It's going to make its way in. Does it have enough weight? And that is a beautiful end.
Good job.
Beautiful finish.
Just wait for Earl to get down there to confirm the score. Could be 1. Cool. Looks like it was 2.
It's 2, and that makes the score 5-4, and that is an important end, as these two are going right to the finish of the first end of the first set here.
Yeah, 2 ends to go, going into end number 6. 1 point difference. Anybody's set here. I think Earl is probably going to go long now. Yep, here we go. He's trying to go tee to tee. Pretty close, maybe. Oh, yeah, looks like it's 33 meters.
Right to the tee.
So we'll see who the long jack supports better, whether it's going to be Earl or Jerome. Jerome seems quite versatile, though he seems to like the short jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I take that back because Earl did have his mat up a couple there, so it's probably a 30, 31 meter.
Shortens the rink a little bit.
And speaking of short, he's came up short there.
Yeah.
But not really in anyone's line there. He can easily jump and draw around that.
Kirby, meanwhile, bumps off him though, and probably doesn't get the distance that he
lost that
was
energy.
hoping for.
Lost that energy. Oh, he's got better line here, like this. Oh yeah, looking really nice, Earl.
Lots and lots of distance, and
oh, beautiful.
That is how you redeem your opening shot right there.
There we go.
Fabulous from Earl Luck.
All right, how does Jerome respond to this one? He's coming on the backhand, I should say the forehand, and putting something in behind.
Yeah, not too far off.
See what that might play into it a little bit later. 2 bowls left each. We talked about the all the work done here at PIBC, and there's also more work to be done. And PIBC is holding a raffle for a chance at winning a $3,000 US gift certificate to Princess Cruises for any balcony stateroom on a 7-day Princess Cruise voyage. So the deadline is, noon tomorrow. Jerome, you interrupted my speech there. Nice hit, took one out of there. Still one for Earl. Yeah, but just want to mention that if you're interested, you can go online to pacificindoor.com and look for the raffle tickets. Amy Young is here at PIBC. You can buy tickets from her or buy them online. As I said, the deadline is noon tomorrow. The draw will be held on Sunday the 27th. Okay, last bowls here. End number 6.
And putting one up in front. Maybe looking to protect a little.
I might change that. This is the first end. Oh, a knockout attempt by Jerome wasn't successful, so I think we got ourselves a tie game.
Yeah. Earl Luck delivers right onto the jack, or very close to the jack. About, I'm looking for my vantage. It's about maybe 3 inches away, and looks certainly like we are at 5-5 each after 5 ends. So. No one's giving any quarter at all in this match so far, as both players have been excellent in responding to the challenges.
All right, the all-important 7th end, first set.
Everything to play for.
Yeah. Earl's first bowl, looking right on line here. Oh yeah, touch her right off the bat. That's putting pressure on.
Yeah, Earl Luck's accuracy in these recent ends has been quite something, although Jerome Kirby certainly is no stranger to accuracy.
Yeah, I don't think he's, after that early third end three, Earl's fought back. And, oh, here Jerome's answering the call. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful from
wow.
Jerome Kirby.
Oh, man, you called that, Bill. Okay, this is a fight to the finish.
Just a quick question from Earl Luck as to how far back the jack is from that Jerome Kirby bowl. The markers, of course, play a very important role for the players here in the open singles. As
the eyes on the head.
Your visits to the head are very limited, and you want to make the best use of them.
Earl responding here. Coming on the backhand. Trying to swing. Oh, a little narrow it seems. It's going to miss. But the weight's good. Weight's quite good. It's just came too narrow.
Yeah.
That's always the danger of playing on the ditch side. You get a little nervous at times and can easily play on the safer side, and of course that just sends the ball crossing the center line. Jerome coming in, but oh, maybe he's just trying to put a blocker in there, trying to protect that jack.
Yeah. Be difficult to come around on that backhand side.
Well, he's using Tiger Pros, if I'm not mistaken.
And Earl Luck is not playing around here. He's coming in with force.
Boom. Oh, hit
Heels
himself
off.
out. But
Yeah, the last end, you do have to take those chances.
okay, wide open head here. Jerome drawing now on the forehand, taking the tee. Oh, look at that, right on the tee. So if that jack moves out of bounds, it's going to be spotted there, and he's got that covered. Wow, he is making sure there's no issues here. Earl's got a tough play here. He's going to look this over and try and make the best chance he can do here.
Got to be very precise. If he comes around that backhand side, there's that top bowl there from Jerome Kirby that could be difficult to get around.
Yeah, or you could just draw into and just give the shot bowl a little rub off the backhand there, pushing it to a side, and then steal the shot that way. But that's going to have to be just about the right weight. You don't want to move the jack. That's the trick of this one.
So this is a shot that pretty much decides the first end for Earl Luck.
First set, yeah.
The first set.
Yeah. Well, we've been treated to quite the contest here. Good start.
Lots to look forward to in this one, I think.
Anticipation. Here we go. Okay, it's coming on the forehand.
And look at this. Oh, knocks it forward, but
unfortunate.
that's where that back bowl comes in handy.
Yeah, that was hard luck.
That was hard luck. That's as good a shot as you can maybe make in that situation, but Kirby just comes up with.
Well, he's just going to add to the pot here, if going for the differential, of course. All points count here in the round robin, so Not quite.
Just trying to inch in, just will pull up short by the looks of it, but still excellent end from Kirby. He takes two, and the first set of this Pacific Coast Open broadcast. So that is outstanding work. We'll just take a quick break to thank our sponsors from the Rosedale on Robson.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by the Rosedale on Robson Suite Hotel, ideally located so you can easily enjoy everything Vancouver has to offer just steps from your suite.
And we're all set for the second set of this excellent match so far between Jerome Kirby and Earl Luck. You know, these opening round games, so important. Only the top 8 bowlers get to advance, and winning your group is one way of getting there. But at the same time, you do need to put as much distance between yourself and the opposition as you can in order to have a chance at playing for the money on Sunday. And so once again we have a long jack close to the tee. And Jerome Kirby starts off the second set the way he ended off the first, with an excellent bowl.
In our adjacent rink, Rig 5, is a match between Pat Bird from Alberta and Gillian Poon of PIBC. She also plays out of Richmond. Pat Bird has, she's like a 9-time Canadian champion, and has played a great deal of international. I think he's been playing for 22 years. Gillian, maybe not that many. I think Gillian's maybe only 5 or 6 years. But she's currently leading in the first set, 5-3. So good for her. They're coming down to their coming up to their 7th end.
And Kirby's second bowl, about a yard behind.
Good line from Earl, but once again, didn't give the extra weight.
Once again, Kirby wasting no time. And once again,
another toucher.
another
Tidies it up, pushes it in. So that's an important, having that toucher deep back there, because if it should get knocked out or knocked back into the ditch, it still stays live. So that's an important one in case the jack gets moved in. Now Jerome uses an aerodynamic, which is an Australian-made bowl. You buying for the Australian market. You don't normally. You have to buy it from Australia. Any aero bowls you buy in Canada, you wouldn't be able to get the dynamic. It is about of a mid-range bias, perfect for playing in here. Jerome plays out of the Norwood Lawn Bowling Club in Winnipeg. Oh, he wasn't happy with the way things looked. He's going to come down and take a look. Earl's going to join him for the stroll. See what they can find here.
Here's how the head looks right now, and it looks like Kirby is holding right now. That bowl from Earl Luck is just a few inches in front of the jack.
Right. Holding one for Jerome. A little tricky for Earl to try and get in there. Might be able to push his own into it. But once again, there's the danger of contacting the jack and pushing it back to Jerome's two bowls. So
yeah, at some point though, you think, are you going to try and take the point, or are you just going to limit the damage here?
Well, I think in the first end, I would just play safe myself. Don't want to be giving up a 3 or anything like that right off the bat, especially 2 when you're down a set. So.
And Kirby's fourth bowl just adds to the traffic that's there in front of that head.
Yeah, taking away the forehand. The backhand on ring 4 is a little wider. Certainly not the same width as ring 5. Ring 5 on the backhand is going towards the entrance is quite a swing, but it's a wider draw than on the forehand. So he's going to have to get the weight right here for this.
So we'll see how Earl Luck handles this challenge here. Very difficult shot.
Well, looks like he's going to give a little bit of weight here. Here we go.
Coming in with power. Oh, perfect.
Well, it depends. If the jack stays in the ditch, if it goes out of the boundary, then it gets respotted. But if it stays within the plane boundary, it is Earl's to win.
You see the mouse cursor here. If the jack is here, it's out of play. But if it's in here,
it's in.
It's in.
Oh,
and
wow.
Earl Luck.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Perfect.
Bold.
Perfect
Clutch.
bowl.
Clutch.
And these two gentlemen putting on a show here at PIBC, and it's just a great match to open up our live streaming schedule for the week.
Indeed, I'm enjoying this. Really exciting, really exciting.
Yep. And Luck and Kirby revisiting that final shot.
They were discussing that, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wow.
Certainly a mutual admiration club.
I talked about the original PIBC, which began in 1938. It was actually on 19th and Main Street. I think I inadvertently was a couple of blocks off there. But 63 years in that one facility.
And a very unique facility here in North America. I know that these are far more common in other areas of the world, and especially Australia or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, as far as we know, this may be the only one in North America.
Indeed. Well, there is one, a smaller venue in Qualicum Beach on the island. They have 3 rinks. They have in the past done indoor district trials there so Vancouver Island bowlers can prepare for when we had the indoor provincials here. Mm-hmm. So that would be one of their qualifying events. It's just 3 rinks. I've never been to the venue myself, but as far as I understand, PIBC is the only internationally sanctioned building facility, and certainly over the years, Bowls Canada has held their national indoor championships here for, a long time.
And Earl Luck settles in nicely behind the jack there, well positioned.
Ooh, Jerome just missing.
Just brushes back.
Speaking of Bowls Canada and the national team, last year was a fantastic year for Canadians at the World Bowl tournaments in Australia. Best ever showing as far as I understand. We won gold in the men's singles. That was Ryan Bester. Silver in women's singles, bronze in men's pairs, and bronze in women's triples. So Canada taking it to the Aussies and showing that we are a country to be reckoned with, and hopefully we'll have more successful years to come. David Lewis, who is a board director here at PIBC, he's the reigning national silver medalist in indoor singles. Linda Ng had a really fantastic year. She's a competitor in the Bruce Matheson Open Singles here today. She is the reigning 2 times Canadian indoor singles gold medalist, and she won bronzes in last year's World Indoor Championships in both singles and in mixed pairs. So be interesting to see how she fares after day 1.
And we've got an interesting head developing here as both players have bowls that appear to be touching the jack right now.
The Oreo sandwich. Oh,
And
Jerome's getting right in there, giving it a good look.
And they always say someone is always closer, even in these situations.
That's very true. Yeah, it's not often that you have an end where you can't declare a winner. But then that's why we've got the great set of umpires here today who have all the techniques and experience in defining shots. Wow, that is close. Look at that.
Look at how close that is right now. And it looks like Earl Luck wants to do something about that right now.
Just want to try and push it off. He's got something in the back, so he can just push that red off, but no,
Nope.
not there. Oh,
And that'll bring out the umpire.
there you go. This is Gaston, and he is going to work his magic here. Oh yeah, okay. We're getting we're putting the white under the 2 bowls to see if there is space between. If you can see more. Putting the wedges in first. Don't want both of them on their sides, so we got to be careful.
Yeah,
Don't want any movement here.
Don't want any of those bowls flopping while
Okay,
you're in
so
the
he's
middle
sliding
of the
that
measurement.
underneath so you can see what if he sees less light or more light on either sword. Oh,
Well,
our other oh, we've got all 3 umpires today. George Cubis making sure all bowls out of the way.
you can still see how they're measuring right now, and
But
and this has got to be quite a challenge for the umpires too.
Well, it's harder than these. I mean, well, it didn't take too long.
Well, they figured it out.
Looks like it was Jerome. Indeed. And we're all tied up again.
Once again, tied up, and no big surprise in a match that has gone this way so far. Highly entertaining. And once again, we're going to have quite a short jack on this one.
Sort of a moderate jack, 25 meters maybe, 25, 26. Good line there. just underneath. Just revising what was going on in Rink 5 between Pat Bird and Jillian Poon. Jillian did take the first set, so I find that a bit of an upset, mind you. But Jillian's a member of PIBC, so once again, she knows this rink well. Pat from Alberta hasn't been having a lot of time to practice. He's out of Calgary, out of the Calgary Lawn Bowling Club.
And it's pretty much any given day.
That's true, any given day. But Pat is making a comeback here in the second set. He's up 2-0 over Jillian. Back to our game.
And
I think he was hoping for a little rub off of Jerome's best bowl, and that would have slowed him down just a little bit. He's just a little offside.
yeah, just a little bit beyond here.
Yeah, I think it's either a measure that Serge was calling for there, or
Yeah, Serge did indicate that he can't tell the difference at this time. There's no clear holder at the moment.
oh, and we're getting a bit of a log jam here in front of the jack. Going from the overhead cam, taking a look down.
Yeah, big log jam in front.
No, that's not going to do it. One bowl left for Earl, one bowl left for Jerome.
Both players struggling a little bit with this distance right now here in the second end.
Indeed, yeah. But there is room to draw. And he did it. Jerome,
He
well
did
done.
it. Nicely done.
Not sure if that's one in a measure or two.
Once again, Earl Luck is going to be called on to make a clutch shot here to try and.
Well, I think he just has to go wider here. I mean, he's had decent line. He just has to go wider and just draw. I think it's a doable draw. It's just been getting the line and the weight. Oh, he's coming with a bit more weight here this time. Oh, right through the house.
Right through the house, and
Okay.
that will be it for second end.
Third end.
Or the third end.
Third
My
end.
term. Now we'll see just
What's
how
the
this-
damage here?
How this shapes up.
Just waiting for Earl to come by and confirm, but it's looking like
That's
two to me.
well, from this angle could be two, but that's awful close, and yeah, they're not even
thinking-
going to measure.
Oh, okay,
It is two.
two. So after three ends, we are 3-1 for Jerome Kirby.
Kirby, of course, took the first set of this match, 7-5. Needed all 7 ends to decide that one.
Yes, it was. That was a real up and down, lead changes, and some really lovely bowls in that first set. Oh. They're saying it was 4. Wow. Okay.
Okay. So the score is actually 5-1 at this point.
Okay, Earl's got to get back in this. Can't let it slip away now. 4 more ends to play. Nice draw. I'm liking it. Yeah, just behind.
Really nice.
Good position. All right, Jerome playing safe there, putting something in the back.
Yeah.
In case any jack movement happens.
Benefit of grabbing that tee line early. As a wise bowler named Rob Barrage once told me, it's always good to have bowls in the back.
That's right. There's nothing wrong. You can never say there's anything wrong with a back bowl. Back bowl's all good. Stuff you can work with. Well, Jerome doesn't look happy with that delivery. No, he's shaking his head. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is going to come up quite short.
Narrow and short.
Even the best bowlers misjudge the draw every once in a while.
All right, Earl's needing to get another one in here, get some more points on the board here. And I think that's a beautiful one.
Looks
Jack
very
high,
nice.
Jack high. 2 down.
Yeah. Our marker surge does indicate that he is indeed holding 2 at this point. And Kirby is going to follow his bowl right down the rink.
It's coming in nicely. Oh my goodness.
And that is a great response
well
from Jerome
done.
Kirby.
Yeah. Breaking somebody's heart here. Beautiful draw. Earl thinking, what can I do? What can I do now?
Yeah, the choices here are difficult.
Well, I mean, you could come forehand and try and swing across and try and just push the red, but it's still pretty tight to the jack. But it would have to be very precise. Nothing clear cut here. Jerome has the back bowls.
And even if Luck was able to come in on that forehand side to try and move that red bowl out of there, it'd be very hard to get a direct hit on that.
Yeah. Well, he indicated with his foot that they had to remove that red, so that might be his only option right now. Because right now he can't afford to give up any more points. Because then he's going to have to get multiples in each end to come. So, and we were talking about we're in the round robin right now, so we're playing all. Doesn't matter if you can't get enough points to win or not. You got to play it through because you have in your rankings game points, set points, plus minus. Here he comes. Oh, that's not going to work. It's not going to work because it's going to be reset on the jack. Or I should say on the tee.
Yeah.
And that's going to afford 2 to at least 1 to Jerome. Oh, my mistake. I was looking at the wrong dot. Well done. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so we thought Kirby had owned the tee line, and that is not the case.
I'm going to blame that on the pixels on this screen here. I could have sworn I saw a dot there.
And we're going to get a measurement just to be certain here, but looking to see if
Brilliant
this is
shot.
one or two.
Brilliant
but,
shot. Despite my confusion, full marks to Earl on that. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah. And that's why you visit the head. That's we can have all the cameras in the world, but until you walk down there and eye it up, you don't quite know what the options are. And Earl Luck certainly found the option there.
I'm going to walk down there. I'm going to chalk that tee a little heavier so I can see it better. All right. Gaston going to confirm the measurement.
Yeah. Of course, players can always ask for assistance from the umpire if they have any sort of concerns about how a measurement was done or what the distance is. So
yeah, got to. Well, if it's that close, you want to get the official answer there. All right. Looks like it's blue.
it does indeed. So that was a big shot for Earl Luck, and once again, this game tightens up. It is now 5-3.
4 ends down. 3 ends to go. Once again, this is the sort of a deja vu from the first set. Jerome took an early lead there, and Earl fought back, and we're seeing the same thing here in set number 2. He's nice adaptation after throwing that weight. Now he's got a lovely draw ball. And I can definitely see where the tee is this time. Okay. That's about 1.5 meters from it. Okay. Jerome answering though, right on it. Look at that.
Right on the jack.
Bam.
And gets a smattering of applause from the crowd.
Yeah, lots of games going on. We do have all. No, we've got 5 rinks going right now. There's 6 rinks here at PIBC. Over on rink 5, Pat Bird is won the first 2 ends in their second set over Jillian Poom. He's leading 3-0 right now. All right. They're all following the same line there. Jerome taking some steps there, just urging his bowl to get a little tighter. And not quite enough. Not quite enough. But that does take away the ditch side, sort of forcing Earl to stick to the backhand. Once again, he's throwing weight, but missed the shot.
That clears out the back.
Serge getting a lot of work there. Cleaning out that ditch.
And
Jerome answering, putting his shot on the tee. Look at that. Draw right to the tee.
perfect.
Wow. Well done.
So once again, putting the pressure on Earl to make another clutch shot.
How many rabbits can he pull out of a hat? That's what I'd like to know. All right, he's loading it up. Loading up another torpedo, I think. Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like he's right. Yeah, he's given the warning to the marker that he's planning to drive here.
Oh,
No?
he fooled us.
At least he appeared to give a warning to the marker.
Let's
but,
talk to somebody. There we go. Coming around.
It's
we
coming in, but not going to find its way
No,
there.
too
But you will probably grab the tee line here.
Jerome has last bowl, so just a nice draw. Possibly tapping up his front bowl there.
Yeah.
Or draw around it.
Or even try to bump that blue bowl and maybe collect a big end here.
Yeah, that's definitely go underneath his short bowl there and just push it aside. Yeah, definitely 3 in the making there. That would.
And it's a high risk shot this late in the game, especially. But you do have the luxury of a lead here, so.
Definitely. I think at this point, with the way Earl's been playing, why not try and. He just needs to make a little bit of contact, push it aside. What do we got?
Looks like it's just going to clear ahead, play it safe, and take the point.
1 point.
And so Kirby adds to his lead as
he doubles up on Earl.
6-3 as he is in charge after 5 ends and running low on ends at this time. So Earl Luck has to find a way back into this one. So Kirby's going to move the mat up quite far. And we'll see what he has in mind here. As we launch into the 6th end. And lands it right towards the tee.
Yeah, good control from Jerome. You can see Jillian Poon on rink 5 had a strong end in the 3rd end, scoring 2, so tightening up their match with Pat Bird. Pat leading 3-2 after 3 ends. We are 6-3 for Jerome over Earl on rink 4 after 5.
We have 5 rinks in play at the moment. Come up just a few feet short there.
Liking the line from Jerome here. Yeah, very close. Very close.
That looks to be holding.
Yeah, 1.5 maybe from the jack. Room for Earl to come in here on the forehand. And he is very close. Oh, he gets the flop maybe. That's nice. There's a shot.
Nice, and gets the
he
flop.
gets the flop.
There you go. And almost even with the jack there.
Yeah. Yeah, good spot, but it could always push it back, but we'll see what Jerome's got here. Looks like he's probably going to go for the blue. Oh.
And just wide.
Just wide. But he's got 2 back bowls again. He's been playing that strategy through most of the game, covering the back.
And it has paid off quite often in this match.
Yes, there was one indeed where 2 ends, I think, where his back bowls saved the day. All right, Earl coming in, going to match the back.
Yeah, just almost freeze up against that one.
But still, it's again another flop. It's probably only holding 1 though. And he needs a few here.
Marker will have a look here. See if they ask for advice, and he offers none at this point. Although,
Well, they were coming up to the head, so
Yep.
no point.
no point telling them what they can find out for themselves.
They're big boys.
Yep. But looks like lots of options for both players here.
Yeah, I mean, the shot bowl can, Jerome could easily use that bowl to wedge in, do a little wick off of it and into the jack, or even just push it away is really all he needs to do. So his bowl sits, could sit for 2 if he gets that. Here she comes. And same bowl in the back.
Sends it all the way through.
Not gonna give. He's not gonna give Earl much.
No.
He says, "You want it? You can have one. That's all you're gonna have." Earl's trying to do the finger measurement to see if he has a chance of getting 2. But yeah, if he wants to move that red, he can draw in.
You know, and at least drawing in for 2 would put him in a good position going in the final end.
Exactly,
here.
exactly.
You know, because now you're looking to pick up 3 in the next the next 5 bowls you've got
Yep.
left, and in order to force the tiebreaker.
Yep, totally doable.
So,
Okay, Earl once again. Pondering what needs. Does he have the clutch? Oh, still.
looking for those angles.
Oh yes. Yep. Doing a lot of self-talk here. We've seen some good things, some clutch bowls from him today. Let's hope there's another one in the pot here for him. There we go. Nice delivery, nice and smooth.
Yeah, big bowl coming in on the backhand. He's trying to get those 3 points. Let's see. And does he get it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be tight
I
here.
think Jerome's only offered 2.
And it is indeed 2, and
Okay.
we've got a barn burner going in the final end. So Kirby, who at one point had built up a 5-1 lead, luck has cut right into that now going into the final end, and we're off for a fantastic finish here.
6-5 after 6.
What a great way to start off the week here at Pacific Indoor Lawn Bowling.
Yes, after all the rain we've had, it's nice to see some sunshine out there. But all the action is now indoors today. We are going. He's put it on the tee, so my reference, since I've been having issues. So looks like he's a couple up from the tee, so it's about a 31 meters jack to play with. So we know Jerome's been liking the short ones. Earl's liking long. We'll see who comes out on top here. 2.5 feet short there by Earl. Waiting on Jerome's bowl to come into the picture here.
And
Here she comes.
worth noting, even
Oh, it's a good line.
Yeah, that's great. Even with Luck's excellent comeback in this match so far, it must be noted that Jerome Kirby has put him under pressure nonstop throughout this set.
Oh yeah. If this was wrestling, he had him in a headlock through most of the game, I'd say. Luckily, there's no wrestling in lawn bowls. So.
Luck has certainly risen to the challenge here.
Yeah.
And,
Trying to get inside. That some potential there. Hard to
we'll
see who's
zoom in and find out.
Over on rink 5, they've tied it up. Oh, it's a Serge calling him a measure here. for first place. So.
And you'll see from even our overhead angle here, it's difficult,
Yeah,
but that's pretty clear.
That's shot now. That's your shot goal. Well, Jerome was thinking of visiting the head, but of course you're only allowed to visit the head after your third or fourth bowl. So they are returning to the mat, having been sent back.
But it's been a fast-moving match, so the hour-and-a-half time limit hasn't really come into play here.
Well, it all depends whether we go to a tiebreak. But then once you're in a tiebreak, there's no clock to worry about. But Earl needs to get into this one. He's needing 2 points to win here. But he'll happy to get one, take it to a tiebreak if he can.
Well, if he draws the match, it doesn't go to a tiebreaker, but he does need to win.
Yeah.
He does need to pick up the win here.
That's
so.
right. A nice bowl.
And he's going to possibly
Nice
take
ball.
the jack with him, but it's right on the jack. That is excellent work from Earl Luck.
Whew, my head's spinning here.
And now Jerome Kirby will visit the head.
As he's been apt to do. Just reminiscing of the opening ceremonies, and with the Deputy Mayor Lisa Dominato and throwing out the inaugural first bowl of the tournament. Boy, we could use some of that weight right now to crash that head. She is.
If you saw it, she threw it with great gusto. It was very, it was very familiar for most bowlers who throw their first bowl of the indoor season after spending the summer out on soggy long greens.
Yes, her form wasn't bad either, too.
Yeah.
I mean, tournament head Jim DeHulke gave her about a 1-minute tutorial, and her form was pretty good. I mean, it was a hefty shot, but it was straight as an arrow.
Here is Jerome Kirby's third bowl at the last end. Coming in on the forehand.
And the line's looking decent.
Maybe he's following
but
it
it's
right
just
in,
short.
and it's short. And
Not
now
what he was
that
looking
leaves
for.
an opening for Earl Luck. But Kirby does have the last bowl in this end.
Yep.
And that'll certainly be a major factor that comes to play if Earl Luck puts his lead in any danger here.
Yeah. No, that's all he can do now is he just needs to. He's got to get in there, protect it.
Opportunity for Earl Luck to hold two and
Steal.
maybe force a tiebreaker.
Steal this one. Okay, I like the weight. I like the delivery. Jerome's kind of not looking away, looking back. Oh, unfortunately,
looks like
crossing the center line, missing altogether. Okay. Okay, Jerome talking to himself. What's he going to do? I mean, he can just draw onto the blue and push it off, steal the shot.
At the same time,
it's game over.
Yeah, at the same time, it's worth noting that you do get a point for winning the set. So that single bowl right now that Earl Luck is holding would deny him half a point.
True.
So you have to think about differential, and especially if you've dropped your first match in this, and it looks like.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's conceding the
He is declared.
shot.
He has declared the shot, and that means we are going to finish this match 7-5, 6-6.
Right, because with a tie, Jerome Kirby is the victor.
Yeah. Jerome Kirby wins a set and ties a set, and out of the two sets, that makes him the winner of the game. And excellent performance from these two bowlers this afternoon, as both Jerome Kirby and Earl Luck put on quite a show to open up our tournament here on YouTube.
Yep, I was thoroughly engrossed the whole match. It was Jerome constantly, as you mentioned before, putting pressure on Earl. Earl fighting back, but just that last bowl was make or break, and sadly crossed through a bit narrow and crossed the center line. So there we have it. Jerome Kirby taking this match over Earl Luck. One set and a tie, 7-5 in the first set, 6-6 draw in the second. He wins. So that means that Jerome will get points for the win. He'll also get 1.5 set points. Earl will come away with only a half point for the set. But he played really well. I'm sure he'll do very well in matches to come.
And we do have more matches to come all week, and our next match is coming up at roughly 3:30ish this afternoon Pacific time. That's what it was scheduled for, but the tournament's running a little bit ahead of schedule today by the looks of things, so we shall see when our next match begins. But we will join you again, and when we come back, we will join you with another match between two of the top players here at the Pacific Coast Open. On that note, we will sign off for now, and just want to say thank you to all of the volunteers here at the Pacific Indoor Bowling Club. I'm Bill Curry, along with Rob Barrage. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again in about 45 minutes.
years dominated the Canadian bowling scene. Starting at the tender The Pacific Coast Open proudly features the Bruce Matheson
And welcome back to the Pacific Indoor Bowling Club here in Vancouver, British Columbia for the second round of Matchday 1 here on our live stream broadcast for the Pacific Coast Open. I'm Bill Curry along with Rob Barrage here after an excellent start to the tournament with a great match between Jerome Kirby of Manitoba defeating Eric Luck in a very tight match. Eric Luck of Richmond, BC. Earl, sorry.
Yeah, it was an up and down battle. Jerome just dominated, but Earl, man, he just never gave up. Fought back in both sets, and it was just came down to last bowl and went to Jerome. Great match.
And we have another great match for you this afternoon between Alex Vandenbos from Seattle, Washington, and Scott Packer from Alberta.
Yes, indeed. He plays out of Bow Valley as well as the Calgary Lawn Bowling Club. And strangely enough, they will be competitors, or teammates, I should say, in the tomorrow's mixed pairs. So they're getting friendly awful fast.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic that there's two facets to this tournament. You have the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, and tomorrow we'll be bringing you the opening round of mixed pairs action here at the Pacific Coast Open. And yes, in fact, Scott Packer and Alex Vandenbos will be a team at that point, but for today they are rivals. Should mention as well that this is called the Bruce Matheson Open Singles tournament after Bruce Matheson, who was a very famous lawn bowler who dominated the rinks for 50 years, and we do have a feature on him that we'd like to show you now.
The Pacific Coast Open proudly features the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, with 32 bowlers vying for the $1,500 grand prize. Named in honor of Vancouver's own Bruce Matheson, who for 50 years dominated the Canadian bowling scene. Starting at the tender age of 15, he quickly took to the game of bowls, and in 1968, at 21 years old, he became the youngest player to win the Men's Canadian Singles Championship. He also represented Canada internationally, amassing 15 caps to his name. Intimidating on the green, Bruce was all business, with a draw game that was lights out. But off the green, Bruce liked a good laugh and brought a distinctive flair and swagger to his personal appearance. With gold chains, gold pants, and patent leather shoes, you always knew when he entered the room. From 2002 to 2012, Bruce found success in close to 90% of the tournaments he entered. One of the best draw bowlers in the world and a strong mentor, we salute Bruce Matheson.
And just a wonderful tribute to Bruce there, written by my colleague Rob Barrage.
Thank you very much. Well, it all started with a chat with Kerry Mans, who was Bruce Matheson's bowling partner for about 15 years. And at our opening ceremonies earlier today, he gave a very wonderful tribute to Bruce and his many years of bowling, but also to some of his flair, and actually brought some of Bruce's old shoes to show off, and they were pretty styling, I must say.
Yeah, they were styling, and also told an excellent story of how they managed to get great parking at a Major League spring training game by passing Bruce Matheson off as Wade Boggs.
That's right, and they bought it, yes. They got VIP parking. Yeah, that was a good story.
It's excellent stories, and a lot of longtime bowlers here at PIBC with very fond memories.
Indeed.
And the tournament that is named after him is living up to that billing.
That's right.
For sure.
Yeah, we're. This is actually round 4. The matches have been going on since 8:30 this morning. Just to give you a few of the winners so far in the early goings. Jordan Koss, who is a national team member out of Alberta. She's won both her matches. Linda Ng, who is a bronze medalist in World Bowls last year. She's won both her matches. Also George Sitt, who has actually won the indoors here a few years back. He's 1-0, or one win, 1 loss. Josh Cameron from Alberta, he's 1-1. Andre Dufour of Stanley Park, he's 2-0 right now. And Alan Wass out of Dunbar, he has 1 win. And John McDonald from Alberta, national bowler, he has 1 victory. We've just had the bell from George Cubas, our head umpire today, and it looks like we are set to go, and we will be featuring Rink 4, which, as Bill set up, we'll have Alex Vanderbos of Seattle and Scott Packer from Alberta. And as you can see, they both have blue bowls. We will do our very best to try and keep track. The only differential is that Scott has green stickers on his bowl. We'll see what we can do here.
Yep, we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Scott Packer has the green decal, and also he has a slightly lighter circle, white circle around it too, which might help differentiate.
He has Aero Defiance bowls where Alexis is using Henselite Tiger TXs, which I've used in here at PIBC, and I like the way they work in here. So that is the difference. 1 Henselite, 1 Aero. And the match is underway.
Alex Vandenbos kicks us off so far with a nice bowl just in front of the jack. And Scott Packer will deliver his first bowl of the first set.
Now, Alex was actually a longtime member here at PIBC. She used to come up from Seattle on Friday night and bowl over the weekend and then go back to work. But COVID kind of, with the borders being closed, that sort of nullified that. But she is a Team USA member, so she's a very accomplished bowler. She's been about 3 years with Team USA. In her division, she's a head umpire, head coach, and she's been to the Nationals about 4 times. Scott Packer, he's been bowling for about 8 years, and in Calgary. He has won mixed pairs gold in Alberta back in 2023, and he's also represented Alberta at the Canadian Mixed Pairs Championships in Halifax. That was also last year. So he has some club titles in Calgary. So I think it's going to be a good match. There's some good bowlers. They've got their line, obviously. It's just working out the weight.
Yeah, Scott Packer's first bowl grabbed the tee line, and Vandenbos has landed too close to the jack here. And as we can see now, Packer's next bowl is also going to join his first bowl at the back. Monique Lamoureux is our marker for today's match. Another bowler from Stanley Park Lawn Bowling, was volunteered in this tournament, and this tournament is not possible without all of the volunteers.
That's true. We've had great support from the very start this morning. I mean, it was an early start for everybody, and been really well. And talking about volunteers, with all the work that was been done inside here at Pacific Indoor over the summer, over 200 volunteer hours from board and members just putting in time. So fantastic support and help. But that's been the nature of this club for its 86 years, is just incredible support from one and all.
Vandenbos put one in the back. Scott Packer now with a nice little toucher there, but won't work to his advantage, as Vandenbos's opening bowl still seems to stand here, but certainly cuts Alex down to 1.
Lots to work with, a lot of catchers there by the tee, so we'll see what Alex is play is going to be. She's trying to get direction from the marker. Over on rink 5, we have Wayne Harsh of PIBC and Stanley Park, and Jan Robinson out of Alberta. Commonwealth Lawn Bowling Club in Edmonton. She's bowled for 20 years, so I think Wayne has only bowled about 7, so he might have his hands full with it.
Yeah. At the same time, Wayne's a good bowler. I've been on the wrong side of many a decision against Wayne.
He's over his short period of time, he has his gamemanship has really picked up quickly, and yeah, he is a clutch draw bowler when the time be. So we'll see if that comes up. But there's a nice
We're going to have a little visit to the head here just to sort of get a piece of it. So right now, Van den Bos is holding 1. That's that bowl just in front of the jack. And those 3 bowls in the back, the 2 off to the side belong to Scott Packer, but the one right behind the tee line is Alex Van den Bos's bowl.
I'm glad you're keeping track of this.
Someone's got to.
Yeah, good man. All right, last bowl to Scott.
So few options available here, but could be a little tricky to get at, especially as he's going on the backhand here.
Some lovely delivery, like his style. Like
we'll
the line,
see, it's
liking
looking
the
pretty
line.
good, but does that have too much weight? And he takes it with him, and
I think he's going to get what, 2?
there's a good chance he might have 2 there.
Wow.
And that certainly changes the complexion of the first end.
Didn't quite catch Alex's hand signals there, but we'll confirm that shortly. And it is 2.
So Scott Packer pulls it off with his last shot of the first end, and what was looking pretty good for Alex Van den Bos there in the opening is turned into a 2-0 deficit right after the first. But lots of ends to play here.
Just testing the waters right now for both of them. This is both their first game of the tournament today. A number of players have already had 2. So they're just getting their feet wet right at the moment.
And sort of a mid-jack there is our marker, Monique Lamoureux, centers the jack, and
very precise.
Very precise.
So looking like about maybe a 28, 29 meter jack this time.
You mentioned that this is the first match for both bowlers here, as they are in Group G. I mean, there's 6 rinks available here at PIBC, so certainly you can't run all of the groups at once. But Rob, do you think there's any advantage whatsoever in starting so late and having maybe a look at your competition and how it's rolling for them?
Well, I think it's the nature of the bowler, right? I mean, some people are morning people, right? It's the same people you work with, right? For me, I probably would have liked to have an early start myself. Coming late in the afternoon, I might be a little distracted from living in life and all that's going on and being anticipating. So I think it really all depends on who you are. As I said, personally, I'd like to get the day started, and that's your focus all day, rather than I got to do this, I got to pick up something, and then I got to get to the club for my first match. But we'll see how they do. Once again, the lines are pretty good. Just teasing the weight, so to speak. Oh, and way over on rink 6, we can't really see that too well in our screen, but it is a couple of good mates playing against each other in the first round. Will Hall and David Lewis. They used to live in the West End and just wandered over to Stanley Park Lawn Bowling Club one day and just started bowling amongst themselves. And I actually had to go over there one day and say, hey, why don't you just join us? And they took off. David Lewis is the reigning silver medalist from last year's indoor championship. Will, a really skilled bowler. I've got some funny tales about him, but we won't go into those just now. He's rocking a beard, which is the first time I've ever seen him with a beard. I wonder if that will help his game in any way. But also, some big fans of David is Claire and Jake Lewis, and they're tuning in from Montreal. So they're hoping to cheer on both their friends, both Will and David, even though you'd think they'd go with their uncle Dave, but we'll see how this game goes. So Claire and Jake will try and keep you posted on your favorite bowlers as we progress. Right now it looks like Will is up 2-0 after one end. So there's your first update.
There you go, and welcome to Claire and Jake and everyone else, no matter where you are tuning in to our little broadcast from around the world. At the moment, looks like Vandenbos has pulled up next to the jack and is holding one. Packer has the nearest bowl behind the jack. So.
You got like laser eyes. I just see blue balls everywhere. Oh.
And Packer's bowl goes right through the rink into the ditch. So here's an opportunity for Vandenbos perhaps pull even here, as Alex is holding one at the moment. And coming in, you might hear some loud banging right now inside PIBC. We share a facility. We're on the basement of a building that also features the Vancouver Phoenix Gymnastics Club. And so when the kids start running around and tumbling,
we hear it.
It echoes throughout the building.
Just imagine 4 Santas arriving on your rooftop on Christmas Eve. That's what it's like. But it's a wonderful facility here. We are in the Hillcrest Community Center complex. Nat Bailey Stadium is right behind us. And so a lot of activity going on around here 24/7. It is a busy neck of the woods here right next to Queen Elizabeth Park.
So Alex Vandenbos takes the end and takes a point, and that takes us to 2-1 in after the second end of the first set. We're playing 2 sets of 7 ends for the match, and so there's these are quick games, and you want to keep them as tight as possible in order to make sure that you have a shot to take both sets and the win. So another similar length jack, just about maybe 6 meters, 8 meters in front of the tee line from the ditch. What would you say, Rob?
Yeah, about 3 up. And she looks like 1 up, so we're looking at about 28, 29, so you're right. Pretty similar to the last end. Alex coming in, nice draw, start off, good opener.
Yeah. It's about a foot in front of the jack. And here comes Scott Packer.
A classic style delivery of Scott.
Very smooth.
Yeah, haven't seen a bump yet. Oh, he's playing deep. Okay. Yeah. I wonder what kind of plans he's got for the next 3 balls here.
As we saw in our last match, where Jerome Kirby captured the back of the rink throughout, and certainly benefited from that several times.
That's true. Alex not happy with that one. She crossed the center line really early. Great weight though, but just inside. Scott looking to adjust that weight. Get in there. Challenge that shot bowl. Oh, it's
And
going to
that's
hit it.
fine. It's going to hit it, but
Oh, unfortunate.
does not move it out of the way.
No, I think he was meaning to get around that, but I think once again he came a little narrow.
No.
Alex putting something in the back too.
Yeah, just a little bit of a safety play. It's nothing wrong with
No.
nothing wrong with pecking away at a lead during these. Just taking 1 point at a time, 2 points at a time when you can get them.
Well, the thing is, if you keep winning the ends,
That's all it takes.
that's all it takes. One at a time is good enough. All right, everyone's playing deep here, so not quite sure what.
And you wonder if it's just trying to adjust to the weight of indoor.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think too, because the only environmental impact you have in here is the fan, right? You've got body heat in here, and that warms up the facility, and then they put the fan on, which cools it down. So that can change the speed of the green. So it could be a bit of a change. Once again, deep. Well, going to be interesting if that jack moves.
And maybe some folks might rethink their jack length.
Or yeah, maybe you just need a little more chocolate or something. Okay, this is Scott's last ball.
Yep.
Looking for it to come in. Here we go.
It has a shot. It has a chance here.
Oh.
It's trying to move in there, but no, just pulls away and
Oh, it's a measure for second, I think.
could
Oh,
be.
was that it? Last ball? Or just saying I'm holding one? Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
that
It's
is
just
it.
a one.
And it's just the one, and that's all they'll take. And our match is I think it was Vandenboss's point.
Pardon me.
Yeah, so I think we're leveled up at 2 each after.
Gosh, I have one job and one job only. Can't
But
even count.
it is new technology to many of us here at PIBC. So everyone gets a lot of slack.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Okay.
And once again, they are staying with that length.
27, 28 meters.
They notice both. We talk about how both bowlers try to take the back of the rink, have tried to take the back of the rink over the first few ends with that length, but also at the same time they've shown that they are able to draw in there if they want to.
That's true. That's true. And once again, setting up the back. Okay. Forcing the draw bowl. Taking a quick look over at rink 5, Wayne Harsh is taking an early lead, 5-0 after 3 ends over Jan Robinson of Edmonton.
That's quite a bright start, especially so early into the set. We talked a bit about this in the first match, is that you fall behind in the first set and you don't have a lot of time to try and make that up, but also at the same time you still need to get your form back because you still have a second set that you can get
That's
right back into
yeah,
it.
you got to jump right into it. Can't wait for anything to happen. You got to make it happen. Okay, rink 4 being a bit of a challenge here, keeping the line.
Yeah.
Alex a bit offline there.
Still shot bowl.
Yep, well, I won't argue with that. Scott coming in here. Oh, once again, offline. Oh dear.
So
It's one of those ends you just try and forget and move on.
well, as long as it's wide open, there's still something that you can that either player can salvage out of this, because when you have a head that's this wide open, and this loose, you know, you only need one shot.
Okay.
And I have lost track as to who's holding the back, but we do know who is shot at the moment, and that's the curse of the Blue Bulls. So once again, the only differentiator that we can see between Van den Bosch's and Packer's Bowls is that Scott Packer's Bowls has a green decal on it.
Yeah, it's very similar. Okay.
Okay, so I believe Van den Bosch is holding that one, and that is indeed the case, as Monique Lamoureux has indicated. And you know, we say it's confusing for us. It's also hard for the bowlers once the bowls start to pack up like that. So
that's true.
So that's when the marker comes in very handy. So Alex Van den Bosch's final bowl of the fourth end here. We'll see if she can add to her total, and
looks like
right now, yes, it does look like Alex is holding 2.
Lots of room to draw, though. Lots of room. Scott just needs to get his line, or I should say his weight. And there are 32 competitors here in the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, and they're all vying for first place $1,500. And for the whole Pacific Coast Open, there's a prize pot of $15,000. Amazing amount of money that has been brought up from thanks to all the wonderful sponsors that have supported this event. And you know, they're all happening up there in the top right-hand corner of your live stream.
Yeah, the sponsors who made this possible, and an event that, as we said, is unique in Canadian bowling, the inaugural Pacific Coast Open. And Scott Packer's bowl goes beyond, so it looks like Alex Van den Bosch is the beneficiary of 2 points here, but we'll wait and see and let the bowlers sort it out for themselves, as is the custom.
Heaven forbid that we should break from custom here. All right.
And it is indeed too, and so
Van den Bosch doubles the score.
It's still the first end, and so after first set, but after 4 ends, you know, building up a bit of a lead.
2 points is not insurmountable. It's quite easy to come back on.
They did call for a measurement by the looks of it, so they are going to have a look.
Okay.
They are going to have a look just in case. I mean, just, you know, of course, our camera angles are not, you know, are not definitive when it comes to showing who's closest to the jack or not, and that's why they pulled the measurement tape out. They felt the need to here, so didn't mean to jump the gun here on on awarding the 2 points to Van den Bosch, but
I think that was for a third, though. I think.
Is it for a third?
I think so.
Ooh.
But we'll see.
We will await until our marker, Monique Lamoureux, adjusts the scoreboard at the other end. But at the moment, we believe it's at least 4-2. But we're going to wait and see for the jacks to be delivered, because that's a priority in these hour-and-a-half games. You don't want to stall for any reason, because you want to be able to get all your ends in.
That's true. There's been a few matches that did not complete the complete 14 ends due to time. So, all right, she's flipping the charts. Do we see? Is it 4? It is 4.
It is 4.
Right.
So.
Oh, gold star for us. Well done.
Our cameras never lie.
What, do you mean you're saying we're lying? What? Hold on.
There's the opening bowl from Vandenbos.
Now, Pacific Indoor Bowls Club, the IBC, has quite a sort of history of bowlers doing well on the international scene. Shirley Choi, who is volunteering today, she is Canada's only female gold medalist in singles, having won the World Indoor Single back in 2005. Now, Vince Mai, who is marking right now over on rink 6, he is a 2-time world bronze medalist in indoor singles. And Priscilla Westlake, who's a former member, she won the world under 25 gold medal in singles and a bronze in the world indoor singles. So a lot of champions come out of this club. So great competition, great facility, and lots of fun.
Yeah, and the success of Canadian lawn bowlers has really flown under the radar, and so many even now are doing so well in places like Australia.
Exactly.
Where
well, Ryan Bester is the reigning World Bowls champion in singles, and he's been living in Australia for some years now, and but he actually, when he competed for the championship, it was on his home rink, so he made the most of that. But he was playing against Aaron Sheriff, and an incredible talented bowler as well. So it was quite a match. I was watching a bit of that, and just some of the drives. I mean, Ryan Bester is known as the Master Blaster, and he throws weight like no one else.
So once again, it looks like Alex Vandenbos is holding here with the bowl in front. Scott Packer is asking a few questions in terms of the length of the jack behind.
How close is the shot? All right, here he comes. Lots of room to draw.
Yeah.
Lots of room. That's as I said, these two bowlers haven't really had, this is their first match of the day, so they have not had a lot of chance to warm up. So that could be why we're having this elongated heads here.
Yeah, that's a good point, Rob. I mean, a lot of the bowlers who got here, around 8 a.m. or even before 8 a.m., prior to their first games, took advantage of that opportunity to practice on other rinks, or of course they have to practice on the rinks they're not playing on.
Mm-hmm.
And but still, just to be able to build that flow. If you're starting in the afternoon, no, you don't usually get that sort of warm-up time.
All right, and here's a lovely bowl.
That's
Alex.
a great bowl by Alex Vandenbos. So it's a real opportunity here for Alex to put a little bit of space between her and Backer before here in this first set. Still, lots of options for Scott Packer here. It's certainly lots of options here on his last bowl.
Okay, going from the backhand. It's looking heavy.
Yeah, and offline.
Okay, so
it's at least 2 by the looks of it, and we'll just see, because you've got those distant, after those 2, the rest of the bowls are quite distant, so you don't quite know right off the top. The players knew. The players knew right off the top, and so they know that it is 2 points. So that'll make it 6-2 here after
5 ends.
Looks to be 5 ends, and that will put a little bit of pressure on Scott Packer to sort of find his line and get back into form, if not just to catch up in this set, just to make sure that he's in form heading into the second set.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's got to get multiples here in the last 2 ends of this first set, and to have any contention. to take this first set, but as you said, best to get in the groove so you can come out firing in the second set and take that and then force a tiebreak.
And we're coming up with a shorter jack this time around, which might be an interesting choice. Seeing, might be an interesting choice when your opponent is throwing very heavy.
Yeah.
So,
just as an update, speaking of tiebreak, in the last match we were talking about Pat Bird and Jillian Kuhn, and Pat Bird came and won the second set, so it went to a tiebreak. And it was, it went right down to the last bowl in the tiebreak, and Pat Bird took that match. But Jillian really did well, taking that first set and playing well in the tiebreak. But the experience of 22 years came through for Pat Bird.
Yeah, it's always tough to compete against the top players in this competition, but it's when you have an opportunity like that, it's always difficult when you get to the tiebreaker and and it doesn't fall quite right for you. That's when a lot of the experience kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Vandenboss's second shot, looking pretty solid.
I like that. No problems with that. Jan Robinson's starting to make a comeback on rank 5. Wayne just missed pushing the jack into the ditch and to score multiples. But Jan Robinson getting the points. It's now 5-3 after 6. Over on rink 6, I know we have some people very interested. Claire and Jake Lewis wanting to know how Uncle Dave and Will Hall are doing. Well, Will is doubled up on Dave right now after 5 ends, 6-3. Knocking that ahead.
One knocks ahead.
And 2.
Looks like 2 for maybe 2 in a measure. Well, we shall see.
Wow. Okay, Scott's got to get in there. There is a contrast. This is a wonderful tournament because there's young bowlers and seasoned veterans. Over on rink 1, we have Jim Aiken, who plays out of both North Van and Stanley Park. He was a president of Stanley Park many years ago, probably back in the late 80s and early 90s. He's won, I believe in 2019, he won the indoor lawn bowls here at this building. He's playing against Ozzie Chambers, who I believe is 24, and he's part of the youth national team. He's actually played in Australia as well in the Ultimate Bowls tournament. So some very interesting contrast here with young and old and across the board.
Yeah, and one of the great parts about this sport is that you can be a young bowler and find yourself drawn against a very experienced bowler right out of the gate. And it's not often that you have a sport where you're just starting out and you can actually play against some of the elite players in the sport. Should note that Scott Packer, did pull towards the jack, and it is awful close at the moment by the looks of things. It's not quite definitive, but Packer may have been able to pull up to the jack there, and we shall see as Vanderboss delivers her last bowl, and it is right on the jack. Almost right on the jack.
How close can you get? Oh, that was a whisker.
Well, they're calling it a toucher, so it did brush the jack slightly. So
gave it a little nudge there.
And one of the things that's kind of fortunate is that being so close to the action, I can actually see the head right now from on ring 4. And right now it does appear that Scott Packer may have shot bull here, but that second bull that's so close it would be measured by is also Alexander Boss's. So Scott Packer delivering his last bull of the 6th end. And it's going to roll to the outside. So that'll do it. We will see if Packer has indeed won this end to narrow the lead to 6-3, but we shall see. And yes, it is 1.
Okay.
So
6-3 after 6.
So
for our neighbor to the south.
And 6-3 is quite a comfortable lead going into the final end of the first set here, as Packer will need to deliver something quite special here in order to get 3 to tie, or even well,
you'd have to get a perfect end
if
you wanted to win
perfect end to win it. So yeah,
I think we'll just aim for 3 at this point.
And he goes deep with this jack all the way to the tee line. And so, it's probably, I think that's the first time in this set that we've seen a jack thrown that's appropriate to a lot of the weight that's being thrown.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. It's okay. We all learn. It's all about adjustments in this game. Once again, some lovely form from Scott. Oh, already the first set on rink 5 is complete. Wayne Harsh did hold on and won the first set against Jan Robinson. So they're all getting ready to start their second set. David Lewis has just scored a point, so he's trying to catch up to Well over on rink 6. And here on rink 4, Scott Packer's his first draw. Not bad, but still some room to improve there. Alex with her response coming from the backhand. A little offline and a bit short. But if that does take away part of the forehand on Scott, if that is his preference, but he's still going for it. Just needs to go a little wider, get the weight right. Oh, and we've had a
stray ball.
I think Wayne Harsh just threw a wrong bias.
Even at this level.
Oh my goodness.
Even at this level, you still get those from time to time.
Well, he is an enthusiastic bowler, so got caught up in the excitement.
And if you have ever lawn bowled, you all know that little that little moment of horror and embarrassment when you see the bull going the exact opposite direction as to where you
Well, I can give you embarrassment. I was playing out at Maple Ridge and in a triples tournament, and it was a wet day out at Maple Ridge, and they have a carpet out there. And I threw a wrong bias. And whose rink did it go into? But the head umpire's, George Cubis's, and he called me out in front of the entire tournament. He said, "If you don't tell your wife, I will." So.
And George doing that in that charming manner that he's known for.
Yes. This is emblazoned in my mind forevermore. I wake up in sweats. And here comes a lovely bowl.
There is a nice
from
ball
Alex,
from Alex, and it is
maybe
right there.
6-8 inches, 6-8 inches behind or in front of the jack. Well, I've just been handed a note, and interesting tale. Scott from Calgary is wearing a fellow competitor's shoes, as his shoes that he brought today were deemed unacceptable. Here on the carpet, we have to make sure that we have no ridges or spaces that could actually carry any grit or anything that could wear the carpet away. So some generous person here at the, that's just the spirit of sport, isn't it?
It is a long way to come to not have the right shoes, unfortunately.
I mean, I guess we could play in socks, but it's not very comfortable over a tournament. So fortunately, someone stepped up and helped him out there, so that was good.
We do have a head now that requires a bit of zooming in, just to have a look here. And that's a very useful back bowl in this situation. But once again, this is the final end, and Van den Bos is comfortably ahead and in a very good spot heading into maybe the second set of this.
They're just checking the scoreboard there because I think they didn't put up Scott's single from the last end.
There we go. And they've corrected the scoreboard.
We had the correct scoreboard.
We did. So here's Scott Packer's final bowl of the set. And point differential is still important here. So grabbing, maybe knocking that bowl out or drawing in there might be quite useful here.
Coming with a bit of weight. And
wide. And so
what's the decision here?
Drive goes for naught.
She's going to declare, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's going to blow.
Are you on air? I don't
Yes.
want to talk into the mic. I will begin.
I did some hunting.
So which green are we talking about here?
So Alex with her final bowl of this seventh end, adding to her points here. A little heavy. All right, but she will take the first set.
Yeah, and we'll grab a point on top of that. So,
do we know if it's one or two?
that is a good question. So, having a look. And believe it is one. We're not 100% sure, but we are sure who won the set. And Alex Van den Bos taking no delay whatsoever in launching the jack for the set. In fact, the marker isn't even hasn't even made her way down there. It's happened so fast. So. And so we're back at that sort of mid-length that
they love so much.
We saw a lot of that in the first set.
And the happy gymnasts above are going through their cycle here.
They've moved the mat up a few meters by the looks of it, so it
Yeah, but still about the same, about 29, 28, 29 meters again. So that's, yeah, they've been playing that length quite a bit.
And once again, if you're just joining us, yes, both bowlers are bowling with the same color bowls. We're doing our best to keep track, of course. Alex Vandenboss's 2 bowls are closest to the jack at the moment, and Scott Packer's first bowl is back by the tee line. This is a nice delivery from Packer.
Oh, fell short. It was on its way. Yeah. On its way. Just a quick update on rink 6, where Will Hall has taken the first set over David Lewis. Reminder that David Lewis is the reigning silver medalist in the indoors here at PIBC. So hopefully Claire and Jake Lewis will send some good vibes out to David so he can work his magic to take the second set away from Will.
And besides being friends, it's tough. It is tough when top bowlers end up getting drawn against each other so early in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, with all the 32 bowlers, it's odd that best friends would end up in the same group.
But with only 8 bowlers going through, getting those wins, if you can get the wins, especially against some of the top bowlers, you know, and you're in a position to maybe be able to knock out a few of the top bowlers when you're ready to get into the playoff round.
Yeah.
They don't make the cut.
That's right. Top person bowler of each group moves ahead to the playoffs. All right, got quite a little farm growing around this jack here.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting match as they started off with some tight draws, but have been a bit lax in the weight.
Yeah, the marker indicated earlier that there may be a need for a measurement to see if maybe a second one is holding.
Yeah, I would agree.
And looks by my eyesight here maybe to be that front bowl.
And as we often see in this format, the 2-7-end sets, while Wayne held on to the set number 1 against Jan Robinson over on rink 5, she has come back with a fury here in the second set, taking a 4-0 lead over Wayne.
And Scott Packer's final bowl of the end will drift just a bit too far and a bit too wide, and so now we get an indication of whether it's going to be 1 or 2 for Vandenboss.
And he struggled. He's struggled with the weight here. But then that's not uncommon coming to this venue when you're used to playing outdoors and you got a faster green. It's hard to adapt. As I said, he's just walked in this afternoon, maybe about an hour or so before his first match. Had to put on someone else's shoes, and so yeah, he's had to acclimatize very quickly. So it's not uncommon to see some struggles in the early going.
So measurement here to determine whether it's 2 points or not. But yeah, I totally hear what you're saying regarding regarding Scott Packer. You always feel right in your own equipment. Yeah. And pulling out something new, especially for a big tournament, isn't always the best way to go. Going to wait and see what gets put up on the scoreboard. I did not see an indication there from the marker or the players as to whether or not it was just 1 or 2 points. But in the end, we do know that Alex van den Bos did win the end.
Yeah, it's at least 1.
It is at least 1. But either way, it's a bright start to the second set for Alex van den Bos. Once again, we get that middle distance.
Yeah, 3 meters from the tee. Monique very precise with her jack position.
And it was just a single point for Van den Bos in that end. And a nice back bowl to begin end number 2 of the second set.
Scott's first bowl coming in off the backhand. Good weight, just a little wide. And it goes back to, we were talking previously about the old PIBC on 19th and Main Street, and all the work that the members put into raising funds and having this current building, which opened in 2005. This past year, the members once again sort of rallied together and have found sponsorships for this particular tournament, to put on this great event, and to do all the remodeling and painting and repairs. I mean, we had a flood here a couple of years ago which had stained the carpet, and we were able to clean all the stains out of the carpet, and fresh paint, and just cleaning up the whole facility, really giving it a real top-notch look. And once again, that's all due to members as well. So the tradition of this 86-year-old club is one of support and strength in membership.
And it is amazing how many people volunteer, especially, especially, it doesn't even matter what level of bowler you are. It seems that everyone is always deeply involved in bowling clubs here, and Stanley Park being the largest in the country, where there are just volunteers galore, on top of just the fact that people are bowling. And Vancouver offers so many lawn bowling opportunities for everyone and for people of all ages.
True. That's the beauty of the sport. It's not a senior sport any longer. It's one for all ages, and I'm hoping to win my grandson over, though his father is a soccer player. Possibly I might be able to lure him into bowls once he gets a bit older.
Difficult to say right now who's holding at the moment.
Yeah, it's not been too many tight ends here. Kind of loose.
Certainly lots of opportunity here to score points, but at the moment, difficult to, like I said, it's difficult to tell who's holding at the moment. It's also the color of the bowls as well. We'll try a quick zoom in to see if we can differentiate here and see, get a better idea of who's holding what at the moment. That tells us nothing. Final bowl at the end of the end for Alex van den Bos. And that is the head at the moment. And her final bowl will drift on through, and we'll see what Scott Packer can pull off here with his final shot.
quick update once again. 2 ends played on rink 6. David Lewis making a run here, up 3-0 over Will Hall. Wayne Harsh on rank 5 is scored 2, so he's cut the lead, Jan Robinson's lead in half. So it's 4-2 after 3 ends. And right here in rink 4 with our feature match, Scott Packer and Alex Vandenbos. Alex leading 1-0 after first end. Scott with last bowl, and lots of room to draw.
It's a great update as to everything happening around the rinks here at PIBC. And Scott Packer's final bowl of the end. We'll see where it ends up here. And well short.
All right, let's get the measuring tapes out. People want to know.
So, not the tightest head that we've seen today,
No,
but
no.
We'll certainly be pulling out some measuring tapes, I believe, on this. And once again, we may need to wait until the score is actually posted on the scoreboard in order to determine who won the end. Measurements are completed, and Vandenbos has taken, we know that Vandenbos has taken the set, or is the end I should say. It's just a question of how many points are on the board, and it looks to be just a single point. So Alex Vandenbos up 2-0 over Scott Packer here after 2 ends of play here in the second set.
Scott's going to need to make some moves here because he needs to win this set if he wants to take it to a tiebreak. A tie will not help him. It'll give him a half set point, but that's about all he'll come away with if he doesn't manage to tighten up those heads a little bit.
Yeah, you want to be able to pull as much as you can out of your opening match.
Well, you want to get that confidence going too, right?
And Vandenbos visually not pleased with her first delivery, although it comes up a meter and a half short.
Yes, I can see where that would be disappointing. I've experienced that more often than I'd like to admit. Once again, Scott, good line. Oh, just maybe a meter behind. Good spot though. Any jack movement, it's in range to catch it. Ooh, a little heavy. She's going for the tee, and it is on the tee. All right. An adjustment from her short bowl before. And, Monique showing that it's at least a meter behind.
And if you're not familiar with lawn bowling, what seems obvious from our cameras here is certainly not obvious to the bowlers. It's always an optical illusion that your bowls may be closer to the jack than you may think they are.
Well, when you're standing from the mat, yeah, life perspective is very different. Oh, as a reminder, we were talking about all the changes here at PIBC that there's also a raffle being held. It's a deadline tomorrow. The money all goes towards operating and capital expenses. Raffle ticket will be drawn on the 27th. And what is the prize, you say? It is any 7-day Princess Cruise voyage. That's the $3,000 US gift certificate to Pacific or Princess Cruise. So it's great odds. There's only 400 tickets being printed, and I know there's only been about 100 or so sold. So you've got great odds at saying bon voyage in 2025. Back to the game.
A great raffle. Should note in this game, Vandenbos has drawn close to the jack there. So once again,
Scott hit the blocker there.
Yeah. And once again, Alex putting a bit of pressure on her opponent and her mixed pairs teammate.
Yeah, they'll be friends tomorrow, but not today. Hope he gets some decent shoes for tomorrow.
Well, there's a pro shop right here in the club, and Vincent Mai may be willing to part with a pair.
That's right. He's busy right now on rink 6 as he's the marker, but I'm sure he would offer up some suggestions right after this match.
And that's a nice bowl that may have just snuck in on the inside for Vandenbos.
Number 2. Yeah, once again, that's a challenge for Scott. He could come on the forehand and pull in.
It's a chance to make some decisions here. You don't want, it's you're already down a set, and you do not want your opponent to pull ahead by 4 at this stage of the match, or at any stage of the match.
Well, time's ticking, and there's only so many sets. So, yeah, now's the time to score some points.
Let's see what Scott decides here.
Well, he's rethinking. Stepped off the mat. Yeah, just plays. He plays so tight to the mat. You see that?
Yeah, right on the corner of the mat.
Yeah, as long as you have a foot on or just above. Oh. They're all blue. I can't tell. That was a nice.
It does appear that it is close. I'm looking over right now. Scott's bowl just stuck close to the jack there, and it's a question now.
Well, cut it down.
I mean,
he was down a few there, so a good effort.
Not only cut it down, he may have actually taken the point here.
He's saying it's mine, and she says it's yours.
Yeah.
What's mine is yours.
And
oh, they're going to measure.
Yeah. It is awful close.
But a really good effort, really good shot, well thought out.
Yeah. And possibly I would say the tightest end that we've seen out of the 2 sets so far.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. And Scott is on the board.
Yeah, Scott Packer has taken the point and now trails only by 1.
And that's what he needed. He needed a little confidence here early in the match. I mean, there's 4 ends left now. He's looking to make some action come together for him. He needs some points here to push away from Alex and push this to a tiebreak. So he's on the track. He's on track to what he needs to do.
And he delivers a deep jack this time. Just a yard beyond.
Well, I think that's wise. These shorter ones have not been favorable to him, so why not shake it up? Throw your opponent off. It's always a good effort. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, of course, but I think it's a wise thing to do when you need to make some changes. And decent weight.
That is a good start.
Decent weight. looking around the facility here, as we said, we've got all 6 rinks going at this time. On rink 1, we have Jim Aiken leading Aussie Chambers 12-0 in the 6th end of the 2nd set. So this one could be over very quickly. Once again, the old stalwart. I remember when Jim won the indoor championship here in 2019, he hadn't bowled in this facility for 2 years, and he just walked in and blew away the competition. And yeah, this guy just Energizer Bunny. Doesn't matter how, I mean, he has MS, and it's amazing how he keeps the level of play up despite having that disease. So all marks to him. Great guy too. A lot of fun discussions. Good sense of humor.
Yeah. Great players always find a way, though. They always find a way.
Alex drawing. That's a good draw.
Looks to be holding 2 at the moment.
Scott's got to go a little wider here. He's crossing the center line and needs to come a little wider and utilize those. He's a good draw bowler. Just needs to get the line here because he had the line earlier. Oh, here we go.
This one's looking pretty good.
Oh, and too
finds
bad.
His way through the hole.
Beautiful line. Would have been nice to have pushed that jack back.
It still has a bowl remaining, so it's one more opportunity maybe to take advantage of that back bowl. But in the meantime, Van den Bos with an opportunity maybe to draw in there, or maybe to put up something that blocks access to the jack. Having a quick chat with the umpire before delivery.
George is always fun to chat with. As long as you don't break any rules, you're good.
With a bit of weight here.
Here we come. And, no change. No change.
No change at all, and so Jack remains exposed.
Scott checking it out. As we're checking out rink 2 right now. Eric Kwong is playing against Nathaniel Hui, who's out of Granville Park. He's an under 25 bowler. He's medaled in the last few years. He lost the first set to Eric, and but he's coming back strong here in the second set. After 5 ends, he's up 8-1.
Here's Scott Packer's final bowl of the end.
All right, that looks a little heavy to me.
Let's see if it's online or not.
No, not heavy enough, he says. Oh dear. It might have got there if he'd given it maybe a meter and a bit more, or 2 meters.
And this is a big opening for Alex Van den Bos here.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
And Van den Bos's final bowl looks to already be holding 2, maybe.
That's going to be hard to get back on. Oh, she's short.
That is it. They will tally up the points, but Van den Bos didn't take full advantage of the opportunity, but still will come out with the end and build on her lead as we move on to end number 5.
Correct. So what are we thinking? And he's flipping the chart.
1 or 2?
Looks like
it's 2.
Okay.
So Van den Bos opening up a 4-1 lead.
after 4 ends. It only leaves 3 ends left.
We end up 4 meters from the ditch.
That applause was for David Lewis over on rink 6. Will Hall has come back and tied up the second set, 3-3 after 4. But it looks like David has just scored 1, so he's now gone back up by 1, so 4-3 after 5. So hopefully Claire and Jake, you heard that. And I hope the weather's fine in Montreal today. Apparently we heard someone was tuning into the live stream from Chile, so we are covering the world here.
And I want to give a warm welcome to all 39 people currently tuned in wherever you are from around the world.
All right, we just need one more to make it a night even 40. Thank you very much.
40 makes it a party.
It does.
Scott Packard with a decent draw there on his opening bowl.
Yeah, now's the time. He's got to make it all happen now. Over on rink 5, Wayne Harsh has once again got a lead on Jan Robinson from Alberta. 7-5, I believe, after 5. No, after 6.
And Vandenbos gave Packer's bowl a little tap, but still makes no difference. Packer is still holding.
Over on rink 3, we've got a tight match between Rainbow Leung and Jen McDonald. They tied their first set, and Jen now has gone ahead 1-0 after 1 end in their second set. So both very skilled. Jen from Alberta, she's played on the national team for a number of years. Rainbow has represented Canada in Bristol at World Bowls. She's always a contender in any of the indoor championships. And much nicer looking here. Just Mr. Packer letting one go here.
And that last bowl from Vandenbos, close enough for the marker to indicate the need for a measurement, but I think Scott Packer just made that completely unnecessary.
And that's the way to be, right? Just chip them away, knock them out of there. Don't always have to go for the draw. You move something out, it's an easier shot.
Yeah. So Packer is closest to the jack right now. It is Vandenbos's bowl that is right behind Packer there. You know, both in the blue, but I can tell from the decals. Scott Packer, of course, with the green decal on his bowl, and that differentiates the two players. So, final bowl from Alex Vandenbos.
I think on rink 5 we might have a complete match. I'm getting the feel that Wayne has held and has taken the victory.
appears to be the case.
So congratulations to Wayne Harsh of Stanley Park and PIBC.
Once
So
again,
Jan Robinson made a great run to challenge him in the second set, but came up short both times.
once again, following in the great tradition of Stanley Park bowlers punching above their weight every once in a while. So. Scott Packer holding one right now with his final bowl at the end. And would love to be able to cut into that lead a bit here.
Oh, it's too heavy.
It's heavy and it's
opportunity
going
missed.
through. But still, he picks up a point and narrows the lead to 4-2. But, number of ends is running low.
Yeah, just finished the fifth here.
So Packer has 2 ends remaining in order to try and complete the comeback here and
stave off elimination.
Well, it's not an elimination match, but
oh, sorry. I just always like to say that.
It's only game 1, and Packer's going to move the mat up here quite a bit. See where this ends up. It's around the tee line. But,
yeah, it looks like it's 6 meters up from the tee.
It's not quite the hog line, but it's pretty much as far as you can go. Realistically.
Yeah. That, and a decent opening.
Yeah.
Just, once again, though, he's struggling to keeps coming across. With a nice draw, just fast behind, coming through on the backhand, playing on the ditch side.
The players are finding their accuracy here in these later ends far more than in the earlier. So that's a good sign because regardless of the result, you do want to make sure you're in good form heading into the remaining games of this.
That's right, because it is only a round robin of 3, right? You've got 4 people in your group, so you only have 3 matches to prove yourself. So, yeah. Okay, so Alex holding 1, with Scott having the 2 back balls then.
Does open up opportunities. And that may indeed be another holding bowl for Vanden Bosch.
Yeah, it's worth the measure for sure.
And Packer takes away 1 at the moment, but
Nicely done. Yeah, now he's got to hopefully move that jack.
And Vanden Bosch playing with fire there a little bit, almost tapping that jack towards Packer's bowls off to the side.
Well, I guess she was just trying to move away from the potential of giving him any points, so which is a wise choice. Now, the Pacific Coast Open is, as we say, it's sort of a first of its kind, certainly in the Vancouver area. And that all sort of came about from just sort of a brainstorm between PIBC Club President Marianne Gillies and member Dave Sullivan. They're looking into ways for how do you inject enthusiasm into the club and create a legacy event that would involve players from within the club and beyond. And so I think that's the humble beginnings of the concept, and they've made it all come together here on day one of the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, and with the mixed pairs starting tomorrow. So congrats to them. You know, as much as people complain about going into meetings and brainstorming, you know, it's dreams come true.
Oh yeah, it's been a fantastic start to the tournament. Scott Packer's final shot of the end
was not a good one. His dream did not come true on that one.
No, but at the same time he was gunning for the jack there, and unfortunately did not come to fruition for him. So Van den Bos here, chance maybe to draw in there. You know, don't want to try too much tricky here.
Just win the end, get another point, because you're putting all the pressures. One more end after this, and Scott's got to find. Well, as I said, we've talked about this. Tie isn't going to help him. Yep. You know, he needs to win, and you know it's at this point where he's going to have to get like a perfect end to accomplish that, and that's a hard task. And
Van den Bos does it right there and lands the two.
Wow.
And so that will put the chance of winning the match out of reach for Scott Packer. Van den Bos will be the winner of this match, but we still have one more end to play. The point differential is still everything, and also there is an opportunity for Scott Packer to draw the match, to at least draw the set, if he scores a perfect end. So
well, then he gets a half set point. So it's all this point right now is whatever you can get, you get.
Yeah. So the result itself is academic, but still we have more bowls to play. And on that note, I'll also add that this is not our only Bowls broadcast coming your way. We will be back online here on YouTube on Thursday, October 24th, and we will have two matches for you. Coming a little later in the afternoon that day, we'll be coming with mixed pairs action from the Pacific Coast Open, where we will begin at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. And we'll also have a match for you at 5 o'clock p.m. that evening. Of course, all of these matches will also be available on demand forever and ever and ever, as long as YouTube will post us.
Oh, that makes me feel old.
But either way, we're whether you're watching us live or you're watching us on demand, we're always pleased to have you along and enjoying some good Canadian Bowls action.
We've just completed the match on rink 6 between Will Hall and David Lewis, and Best Bros. Well, it looks like Will came from behind and nudged his chum David Lewis by a single point there to take the second set, and he won the first set. So 2-0 for Will Hall over David Lewis, who is rocking his Stanley Park Lawn Bowling hat, which is unique. It's not certified by the club, but it does represent us, and it's nice of him to always play it in the big matches. And on rink 1, Jim Aiken did defeat Ozzie Chambers. We're in a tiebreak with Nathaniel Choi and Eric Kwong. So only 2 matches left here this afternoon.
And it's off to a very pleasant reception.
That's right. At 5 o'clock, the welcome reception here at Pacific Indoor for all bowlers and officiants. So that'll we'll be regaling great stories and almost misses and stories to be told here at PIBC, and hopefully we'll have some more great stories to share in the days to come. And just a reminder that Sunday The 27th will be the championship day, and we'll be live streaming all day, starting at 8:30.
In the morning.
Sunday morning. But it is for a big jackpot. The mixed pairs pot is $3,000 and $1,500 for the singles champion.
Alex Vandenbos trying to put a cap on a very, very solid performance and a solid win over Scott Packer in the opening game of their group. And just finishing off the last details here. At the moment, it's difficult to see who is holding. And Scott Packer's final bowl of the match.
Come on, let's finish strong. Oh,
And just beyond.
Yeah, it's been a hard game for Scott. He's had good line. It has just never found his weight.
Yeah, but tomorrow is another day.
It is.
But in the end, it is Alex Vandenbos from Seattle, Washington,
Yep,
who will take the victory here.
She got 2 on that one, so final score is 8-2.
As she takes both sets. An excellent performance as players congratulate one another and thank the marker, and
they get ready for tomorrow as a mixed pairs team.
Exactly, and so they'll certainly have lots to talk about as the mixed pairs matches begin tomorrow. And that's when we will join you again here at the Pacific Indoor Bowling Club in Vancouver, British Columbia. I want to thank all of the bowlers and the organizers, umpires, and volunteers that make this tournament happen, as well as all of our sponsors. So on that note, we want everyone to please tune in to us again tomorrow on Thursday, October the 24th. Our first match will kick off at 3:00 p.m. as we start our mixed pairs tournament action, where we have 24 teams and 6 groups, and lots to play for over the next few days. So lots to look forward to, Rob.
Indeed, yeah, that's a whole different venue. Going to be in more of an excitement with more people on the green, more strategy with, lead and skip, and seeing different types of strategies. And that's the beauty of the game, where you're showing the importance of a lead position, building the head, and the skip, either protecting or attacking, and that sort of thing. So different strategy coming up. More bowls in the green. Oh gosh, I hope they're not more all blue.
Well, we'll do our best to keep track of them. Thanks for bearing with us over the last couple of hours. So on that note, we will leave you to it, and thank you so much for joining us. And once again, don't forget to tune in to us on Thursday, October 24th, starting at 3:00 p.m. For Rob Barrett, I'm Bill Curry. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
All right, goodbye.